Hi, this is Jundo. Welcome to Tree Leaf. A question I get asked about a lot is, what about Kensho, the big Satori, those mind-bending, great openings that you read about in all the Zen storybooks? And suddenly he was enlightened. What about those? Well, are they important? Our attitude in Sota practice is, yes, they're important. But then again, so is everything. Getting up in the morning and putting your shoes on, sharpening pencils, scratching your nose. It's all wondrous. You see, in our form of shikantaza, just sitting meditation, we have all kinds of experiences. We have what could be called peak experiences, great and small. We have times that just, well, you can feel that something special is happening and that we see and experience and taste reality in new ways. And other times we sit zazen and it's just boring or ordinary or even a bit uncomfortable when your legs are falling asleep. But our way of looking at it is that it's all wondrous if you just take each one as it is. And that is the greatest Satori of all. You see, some forms of meditation practice, not just Zen practice, but Eastern practices, run after special states. And those people who practice that way, different strokes for different folks. But you see, instead of running after something, we learn to be truly, truly at home in our own moccasins. Truly at home right where we are. And how do we do that? As I've been talking about many times, by radical to the marrow, non-seeking, allowing everything to be, to come to rest, to be still. One of the traditional tastes of Kensho is the dropping away of body and mind, the self. Well, we experience that too, but in our stillness, quieting of the mind, allowing all things to come to rest, it can be as if the self, the hard self, the me self, shall I say, evaporates. And we become at one with all things. Now, a great misunderstanding about Kensho that comes from those old Zen storybooks is that the great master was enlightened and he lived happily ever after. It comes from the ending of a lot of those stories that leads one to think that these teachers were enlightened and suddenly they didn't burp anymore. All their problems were resolved. They were now some type of perfected being. I think that anyone who practices any form of Zen Buddhism, even the Rinzai form that tends to emphasize Kensho more, if it's a good teacher, will tell you that those stories were a bit misleading because of the way they were written, and that's kind of an urban legend of Zen. A Zenbin legend. Perspectives, enlightenment comes from making all of this your life, your part of your life. And though insights can be instantaneous, to truly come to live them takes time and nurturing and cultivation. In our way of sitting in Soto Zen, the Rinzai way of sitting using koans, there are great insights and small insights. Insights of this and insights of that. And they're all wonderful teachings. to make them part of your life is a moment by moment, day by day experience. And I dare say that no one has a single great Kensho and then they're done. There's a lot more baking that's required in the oven. Now, shall we go put the cake in the oven for a bit? You might have a great Kensho, or you might just have toes that fall asleep. It's all wonderful. Take it just as it is.